Good morning. It's 6:45 on this Friday morning. I'm Nick Wilson.
And I'm Maggie Warren.
And how about this weather? It is nice weather for a Friday as the weekend is almost here.
Yeah, going to be a really beautiful open to the weekend ahead of some soggy weather we've got for Saturday and Sunday. Right now, very overcast still on the North Star Community Credit Union camera out in Cherokee as the sun rises on this Friday morning. Welcome to see clearing through our afternoon, through the rest of our morning too. Let's look at those current temperatures in the 50s right now. Slowly warming into the 60s through the rest of the morning, 69 by about our 10 a.m. hour. And you see clearing skies here in Sioux City and then into those upper 70s by our lunch hour there at noon. And high temperatures expected into the upper 80s or low to mid 80s for us to 86 here in Sioux City. That expected high could pop a couple upper 80s though, but overall those low to mid 80s for us. So a seasonal, if not a little warmer than average day for us today. Nick.
Thanks, Maggie. Well, South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem is expected to endorse former President Donald Trump for the White House at a fundraising event today. That's according to a senior Republican who spoke with the AP on the condition of remaining anonymous. It comes after Noem said last fall that she didn't believe Trump offered the best chance for the Republican Party in the 2024 election. Trump will appear in Rapid City today for an event hosted by the South Dakota GOP, where Noem is also expected to introduce him. And meanwhile in Iowa Governor Kim Reynolds announced $5 million in funding for state food banks at the 2023 Iowa Hunger Summit. The funding comes as the latest Consumer Price Index report shows grocery prices rose 4.9% from last July to this year. Food pantries in the state continue to break records, with one provider in the Des Moines area seeing 12 consecutive monthly records set back to back. Governor Reynolds says the new funding will help the services face the rise in demand.
So as a result, they will be able to update and modernize their facilities and serve Iowans for many years to come. So let's give them a round of applause to build on the great work that they're already doing day in and day out.
Funding for the initiative comes from the American Rescue Plan Act. And over to the eastern side of the Hawkeye State, where a new report documents numerous causes for the deadly apartment building collapse in Davenport earlier this year. That collapse took place in May, and 3 tenants lost their lives. Architectural firm White Birch Group released its final report on the collapse yesterday. It says the root causes were the removal of masonry 3 days before the collapse, which compromised the western wall. Also a failure on the part of the construction company to properly identify the load-bearing wall. And finally, other proximate causes, including improper understanding of the building's construction, inadequate and incomplete repairs, and inadequate maintenance. Well, elsewhere, a week after Hurricane Idalia struck Florida, an Iowa-based company mobilized to bring a dose of Iowa Nice and a helping hand. The Hy-Vee relief team left Iowa for the Big Bend, Florida area last Saturday. Cole Bisgard is the company's assistant director of disaster relief. He made sure 27 team members and supplies got to the communities where they're needed most. Bisgard says the workers not only drop off supplies, they also talk with the people they serve, many of whom are just trying to get through this disaster.
Because sometimes they're bewildered. Sometimes they're super emotional because they just don't know what to feel. Sometimes they just got bad news from the insurance company. Sometimes you just never know, right? And every conversation is just distinctly different itself, because you could literally go from one neighbor who's crying their eyes out to you to the next neighbor who's angry, right? And they're not angry at you, and they're not crying because of you. It's just the emotion of what they're at in the time. So as long as we can help meet them there.
Bisgard says most of the power in the area they're serving is now back online. The team returns to Iowa later today. And elsewhere, for nearly 60 years, Western Iowa Tech has been providing education to students from Siouxland and beyond. Now the college is entering a new era. They unveiled their new brand and mission in a ribbon-cutting ceremony yesterday. After years of renovations, market research, and additions to their curriculum, the college is paving a new way for students to receive an affordable education while staying in Siouxland. The improvements include a new admissions area, bookstore, esports arena, and even a new logo. Western Iowa Tech President Dr. Terry Merle tells us the changes are something the students have never seen before.
Yeah, we feel like there's a new energy at the colleges as well around some of our new programs. Athletics are some of those, new academic programs or other things on that, but certainly esports and athletics have brought a buzz on campus that we've not had before.
In total, the renovations took around 2 years, starting with the entry and ending with yesterday's new logo reveal. WIT officials say the previous logo had been in use for 25 years. Well, now it's time to meet today's Stray of the Day.
Every day we share a pet picked up by Sioux City Animal Adoption and Rescue who's waiting to go home.
This is Harvey, a 9 to 12-month-old female lionhead rabbit. She was found on the 100 block of Sioux Street. The rescue says she's friendly and quiet and loves snacking on carrots and greens. Harvey is available for adoption now.
And if you've lost your pet you're looking to adopt, or if you'd like to sponsor a pet for adoption, you can visit the rescue's website. That's at SiouxCityAnimalRescue.com. Well,
Harvey is super cute too.
She is.
Just a cuddly rabbit.
She looks so soft. I'm gonna pet those ears. They're so cute.
Yeah, we actually have rabbits in our backyard, but they don't look as cute as Harvey. And I don't know, is Harvey gonna like these temperatures?
Well, if Harvey's a fan of some warmer weather, then yes, Harvey will like this weather. Going to see a little bit warmer of a day. That smoke continuing to dissipate across the area. Not looking nearly as hazy as we were yesterday. As we take a look out on the Port Neal Welding Ho-Chunk Center camera, and we see that activity picking up downtown Sioux City as people head into work. 55 degrees right now, 49-degree dew point here in Sioux City, and no wind at the moment. You can see that thick layer of smoke indicated on the smoke map, bringing those air qualities down into that moderate to unhealthy range. Temperatures currently in the 50s across the area, 49 there still up in Esterville. And those showers we saw yesterday in some areas have continued to dive to the south, so we're not seeing any rain right now. However, we'll see some more showers and storms develop through our Saturday. Looking at mostly cloudy through our Saturday morning, seeing those clouds continuing to fill in, and then a better chance of some showers and storms coming Saturday into Sunday as this cold front sweeps through the area. Marginal risk of severe weather out to the west of Sioux City for tomorrow. Large hail damaging wind potential out there for a couple of those storms, but we see those move in late tomorrow afternoon, and then temperatures in the 70s for us Sunday with showers around, drying into our Monday there, and seeing temperatures in the 70s, low temperatures in those 40s and 50s for us. So a seasonal week ahead for us in the extended forecast.
Thanks, Maggie. Now we turn to sports, where the Iowa State Cyclones and Iowa Hawkeyes football teams are getting ready to face off in an iconic annual matchup. Anthony Mitchell has the details in your morning sports wrap.
Good morning, Siouxland. It's a date circled on the calendar of Iowa and Iowa State fans, the Cy-Hawk game between the Hawkeyes and the Cyclones. This marks the 70th time these two squads will face off, with this season's edition taking place in front of a sold-out crowd at Jack Trice Stadium. Starting off with the winner of last season's matchup, the Cyclones of Iowa State. Cyclones aiming for its first win against the Hawkeyes at home since 2011, as well as back-to-back wins for the first time since 2011 and 2012. Iowa State's win against its in-state foe was the first for head coach Matt Campbell, snapping his 5-game losing streak against the Hawkeyes. The mission for Iowa State, it's simple: keeping the Cy-Hawk trophy with the Cyclones.
They've been, insanely good for the past 20 years. They have a good, solid defense. They're disciplined in what they do, and we're going to go into this week prepared, and every day we're going to get better.
Being an Iowa kid, this game was everything growing up. Like, you watch it every year, so it's going to be huge. Hopefully we can keep the Cy-Hawk in names, but it's going to be huge.
Now to the team that's aiming to take the Cy-Hawk trophy back to Iowa City, the Iowa Hawkeyes. Cade McNamara and company will look to win the matchup for the 7th time in the last 8 meetings. A victory would give head coach Kirk Ferentz his 200th win, making him the 24th Division I coach to do so. The Hawkeyes have had success in Ames as Iowa 21-8 all-time in games played at Iowa State. Regardless of the program's past success, though, it's what's ahead that's the focus.
We talk about the environment there. It's a really good environment, and I'm just excited to go out there and hopefully get those fans quiet by the end of the game.
Having played in the game last year and it being my first time playing against them and losing, it hasn't sat real well for me. With me, but I'm looking forward to the opportunity to go over there and play in Jack Trice for the first time. Should be a fun environment.
And now for some fast facts on the series. Iowa leads the all-time series, winning 46 of the 69 matchups. Recent history, though, shows this may be yet another close matchup, as the average margin in the Cy-Hawk game the last 5 years is just 6.8 points. 3 of those games were decided by 3 points or fewer. 2 won by Iowa, 1 won by Iowa State. From a coaching standpoint, Cyclones head coach Matt Campbell 1-5 against the Hawkeyes, while Iowa head coach Kirk Ferentz 13-10 all-time against the Cyclones. Now, here's a look at how you, the viewers, felt about the outcome of this game. Our polls on our KCAU-9 social media pages showed 81.8% of participants selected Iowa to defeat Iowa State. Kickoff is scheduled for 2:30 p.m. on Saturday. That'll be all for sports. Have a good day, Siouxland.
Now let's take a look at this morning's top stories. It's what you need to know before you go. Sioux City Council members attended a meeting for a proposed housing development on the city's north side. Lieber Construction held a public meeting to answer questions about their proposed 131 home development. Members of Lieber and city staff spoke with the public about how the 49 acres of land would be used. A city engineer shared one of his main concerns about this development.
Big thing is traffic. People are very worried about traffic. Any development comes in that's of any large size, if a Starbucks comes in or something like that, we make them do a traffic study to see how it's going to affect that area after it's built.
At the City Council meeting this past Monday, members deferred voting for the plan until next week's meeting. And elsewhere in Siouxland, a lack of volunteers means the ambulance service in one local community is on the brink of closing its doors. The small town of Odo, Iowa has a population of 72 people. In 1999, their ambulance service had 8 to 10 EMTs, as well as 3 to 4 drivers. But now Odo has just 3 EMTs and 1 driver. With fewer people available to go on calls, Odo is at risk of losing their emergency medical services entirely. And when an ambulance can't make it to an emergency in their own community, rural towns can often rely on each other. But despite the extra support, there's only so much that can be done.
We got on scene, chest pain patient, was having cardiac arrhythmia. We called, took Odo about 15 minutes before they realized that they're not going to be able to respond. So we called another town, took them 20 minutes before they're like, hey, we don't have anybody. So then we called for a third town, they didn't have anybody. We were on scene for a little over an hour before we got an ambulance there.
If services close in Odo, it could take anywhere from 15 to 20 minutes for EMS officials to arrive on scene, and that's when the drivers don't have to worry about snow or other hazardous road conditions. Finally, the forecast is looking more and more fall-like, but summer has one last hurrah in the Siouxland area. Tomorrow marks the start of the 2023 Clay County Fair up in Spencer, Iowa. The event will run through Sunday the 17th. It's the biggest county fair in the Hawkeye State, but it bills itself as the world's greatest county fair. It even includes the largest agricultural expo in North America. Some of the events on schedule for tomorrow include live music, a magic show, a hypnotist, and fireworks, along with classic favorites like the Midway, and of course, all kinds of delicious fair food. It might be good weather for the fair.
Yeah, and Victor will be up there for guest weather on Thursday. So going to be some nice weather, yes. So temperatures very seasonal for us. Thursday, 77 degrees. And then through our weekend, this weekend, 86 for today. A little warmer than average as we head into Saturday too. Then get some showers in for Saturday into Sunday. Maybe a couple storms too. And then drying into our week and cooler very pleasant weather out there, plenty of sunshine for that fair, and looking very, very nice in the extended forecast. Very fall-like feel to the air on the way, especially when you look at those low temperatures in the upper 40s and low to mid 50s too.
Some nice days ahead. Not a lot of rain, I guess.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty dry.
Well, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day.